My bad, I showed the old layout. What up, everybody? Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie. Alongside me is also your host, Jelani Muna. And with a special guest for today's episode, timed perfectly with that amazing bong rip, Nampson, everybody.
What's up?
Welcome back, Nampson. I believe this is your third time on the podcast.
I believe so, yeah.
First time we interviewed you, we got to know you a little bit better. Second time, you just came here and just vibed a little bit. And now this time, we're going to be asking you a little bit about your album, and we're going to be, discussing everything around that, and just, we'll see how things go from here. But let me just start off by asking how everybody's doing. Jelani, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. Last night I was kind of feeling a bit down, but, with Loopie and everything, reaching out to me and everything, I feel much better. And I say that Loopie is a great friend, and I recommend more people understand that he's a great human being.
I'm just doing what every normal person would do, or friend would do.
Yeah.
Just... looking out for
But how are you
other.
doing, Loopie?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, Sundays are usually the days where I do absolutely nothing at all, but this one was particularly good. Yeah. Nampson, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm great, man. I'm always doing great. You already know, man.
Well,
I stay
I'm
great.
I'm glad, man, because greatness is always what we push for, man.
Amen
All right.
to that.
Let's talk about the music that you have been currently putting out lately. You have Down, you have Cold Ass Writing, which is an old song, to be fair, and you got Ecstasy. Not actually, but yeah. Let's just talk about, because 2021 Nampson and 2022 and 23 Nampson are completely different people. You had the rapidy rap Nampson, and you have switched from that into a style that I can't properly describe, but maybe you can describe to us what styles you're sort of experimenting with.
I mean, that's a great question. I think about this all the time because, I definitely play around with a bunch of weird sounds, and I've been thinking, because people ask me all the time, oh, what kind of music do you make? And I used to be like, oh, I'm a rapper, but now I'm just like, I really don't know what kind of music I make, so it's really hard to classify it. I mean, I still consider it like a form of hip hop in a way, but I don't know, I mix in a lot of elements from jazz and from rock. I listen to all different types of rock, and I think I find a lot of the elements that I like in there, and I try to incorporate those in there.
Okay.
So you would say you're very dynamic when it comes to music?
I try to be, yeah.
All right.
It definitely didn't start out like that, though.
Yeah.
But
well, honestly, that's a great talent to have, though. Not too many people are able to do different things. Most people usually stick around with the same stuff, and they think because that's the only thing that they're good at, that that is something that they should continue on doing. When really, when it comes to music, you should try and do other things. Try and see what styles you like more. Maybe you try some other things.
well, I feel like too, a lot of the problem ends up coming down to the fan base of a certain artist. I feel like once you get set into a specific sound or a type of style, a lot of your listeners will only kind of check in for a type of music or a specific type of song that you make. And I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. I'm trying to make it so every song that I make kind of has a uniqueness to it, where every one of them is different enough to where you want to hear every kind, because it's going to be something different. It's going to be something worth listening to. But
yeah,
yeah.
That's the thing too. Is that when it comes to fans and everything, they only want to hear one thing and one thing only, and sometimes it gets too tiresome. It gets to a point where it's like it's old and everything, and you don't want to do it anymore. And that's kind of something that people need to really understand, is kind of like a reality check in a way. Like, they need that.
Nampinator.
Yeah.
Because you are experimenting with different styles, and I know that you just sort of like buy beats, but have you ever thought of the idea of like going fully self-produced in the future?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I plan on it. I would love to. It's just kind of like a time thing right now, and not being in a space where I can like fully be creatively myself. It's like constantly worrying about neighbors and my volume and everything, so it's like I'm just not in the best spot right now.
Yeah, I feel you. I got neighbors like above and below me.
Yeah.
It's something, man. But
you get a lot of noise complaints.
I definitely used to.
Oh.
I try to
How
be
good
more.
is
I mean, it came down to like a he said she said kind of thing. Eventually, in my complexes that I did have noise complaints in, like, okay, well, at the time, I was making my living doing what I was doing, making YouTube, for instance, and that was during the time when I would be most audible. And I was like, I'm sorry, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, you can get headphones. I don't know. It's really difficult to deal with, and it definitely causes a lot of mental stress. I think that was probably one of my biggest obstacles in general, in terms of like initially getting my sound and getting recording, was like I could never fully.
We scheme in the chat
myself.
saying not enough butts.
It's true. No, that's
Let's
facts.
talk about that butt tattoo we scheme. Wait.
Yeah.
Did he actually do it though? Like, or
I don't know if that's transpired yet. I'd imagine not. He
'cause-
probably has to get an appointment.
I saw like
What's the context?
I think that he was paid $2,500 to get a tattoo on his butt. Yeah, getting it soon. Because I woke up in the morning one day and I saw like a notification. We scheme 4 a.m. I'm getting a butt tattoo. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Scheme, I gotta ask, have you figured out what it is going to be yet? Because if not, I know exactly what it should be, and I'll pay extra to get it done.
ooh. Man. I guess you could say the tattoo is actual butt stuff, man.
I mean, listen, yeah.
I mean, maybe, what it should be is, imagine it being a tattoo of a butt on a butt, though.
A butt on a butt. That's like a butt stuff bun.
That's buttception.
That's
That's too much butt.
That is way too many butts.
Just kidding. There's no such thing as too much butt. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about a butt on a butt on a butt? Now that's like a pyramid of butt stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That's going down a rabbit hole that I'm not ready for.
What's too much cheek?
Too much cheek.
Speaking of rabbit holes. No, okay, no. All right. How do we? Thanks, We Scheme. You definitely gave this podcast a lot of butts.
Yeah.
He came
Why
in
are we
going.
on this topic?
So,
He
Nampson,
started-
you recently had an open verse challenge that Loopie was a part of. How'd that go down?
It was pretty well. I had done this previously as well, like a month or two before, a couple months before, and it went off pretty well as well. This one was also quite enjoyable. We had a smaller turnout, but it was like a more controlled group of people. Like the scores were a lot closer together than the last one. The last one we had borderline like full blown I don't even want to call it a troll, but it was, because it was definitely a serious submission, I think, but this guy had basically submitted like 3 different submissions on 3 different accounts, and each one of them sounded like it was freestyled, but like horribly. I don't even want to know. Anyways,
Wait, was it?
But
on,
this one was a lot better.
Was it on What I'm About?
Yeah, that one had the.
Huh. I wasn't there for the full.
We literally
yeah.
X'd. Yeah, it was a lot later in the stream. We ended up Xing out of the last one because we're like, this is the same dude. Like,
I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
yeah.
Oh man.
Cheaters, man. They try their best, but
Yeah.
they don't succeed.
I was actually stoked to get that 3rd place position. That was really dope.
Man, you killed it.
Yeah. It was crazy to think that I missed that 2nd place by only 2 points, man. 2 points.
Well, yeah, 2 points you would have beaten him. But if that joint point had gone to you instead,
yeah,
you would have beaten him out technically.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I knew JT was gonna win, and my time capsule was not too far off.
Yeah, that was impressive when I saw that. I was like,
yeah,
that was close.
that was really close.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the open verse number 3. Now, you have mentioned on that stream, and this is something that quite marks me right here. If the winner of the 3rd open verse will be flown to the U.S. or to I guess wherever you are, by Nampson, and I guess you just vibe with them. I kind of don't remember because I think you said that at like 5 in the morning or some shit. But yeah, a free trip to the U.S. from the Nampinator.
Or a free trip to Maryland or, wherever. Depends on where you are, where you're from kind of thing. But yeah, no, that's definitely, I mean, that's...
You better hope I don't win.
I don't give a fuck, dog. Like, whoever wins, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But right now, France to U.S. flights, I mean, they're like an entire, thing. I mean, I think they're what, 500, 600, 700, something like that, maybe $800.
I just bought Tyler a $500 flight to West Virginia for next weekend.
Oh, shit.
When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
But that's pretty huge, though. That's pretty huge.
I just didn't know if there was any terms and conditions about that.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not flying in from a country that's gonna have if you're coming in from China and I gotta go through a bunch of loopholes, no pun intended, to get you, over into the States, that might be a problem. That might be an issue. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe we'll do a Zoom call then instead. But if you're from a normal, country that's not hard to get somebody in, or from another state that's easy enough to get. And yeah, I'm gonna do it. We'll fly over whoever wins the thing, and we'll get it all recorded in person. We'll do a music video for it, the whole 9 yards.
Damn.
So, is it gonna also be free, them going back to their home country afterwards?
Nah, you gotta figure it out past that. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna pay for both.
Well, yeah, it would be
I'm not gonna leave somebody stranded here. Yeah, round trip.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if I was like, all right, we finished the song, figure it out.
Hey, I got an extra bed in case. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Good Lord. Nah, I definitely feel like somebody's probably done that somewhere, though.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, I'm actually, cool for traveling in different places now that I'm officially an adult. So if I win, I'm definitely going to take that opportunity. I'm hoping that I'm able to. Now, what happens if somebody wins and they're not able to fly? Do they just get butted out?
I mean, okay, what do you mean not able to fly? Like TSA no flight list kind of thing?
Nah, they just I don't know. They just, because I don't know. You got people younger
They're
than
just
me, for
like,
example.
no, fuck you. I don't want to come to the States or whatever.
Like they're just not able to for certain reasons. Like it could be personal reasons. It could be like, I don't know. Like,
I guess we'll cross that bridge when it comes. I mean, I'll give them the option for me to fly out there, I guess. I don't know.
damn.
What if they no show though? Like, what if you fly in and then they don't show up?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. Knock on wood. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully anyone who submits watches the video where I say the first place winner will either be flown here or I'll fly there, and they're like, well, I can definitely have that happen.
I'm guessing like the circle that you have and the circle that we all have, like someone that actually drops a sick verse and someone that got a good head on their shoulders, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be doing something this stupid to Nampson. You know what I mean?
I would hope not, but again, I've been fucked over in stupider situations, so I mean, anything's possible, I guess.
I know anything is possible, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
But I don't know if there are like people that are younger than me that like submit these open verses, but imagine flying out to some 15-year-old's place or some shit.
No, I mean, that would definitely be a kind of scenario then where obviously we talk with the parents beforehand.
Yeah.
Because that,
yeah.
I ain't trying to organize through like a 15-year-old, you know what I mean? Like that's when it comes to that situation, you got to organize that with the parents and get all that situated, man.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. If I get some 15-year-old kid that can spit like crazy and they drop a fire verse, and, you know, I'm like, yeah, we got to have this guy on the song. We got to, you know, then, yeah, obviously we're going to check with the parents. We'll make sure all that, because it's like, I don't know. It's too much of a headache, first of all, in my opinion. And I don't really think I have that many younger viewers that kind of fall in the same brackets that a lot of the people submitting do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You never know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
But, you know, You'd be impressed though with some of the talents that some of the younger kids have though. Like some people younger than like all of us could have like so many talents though.
There's this one kid I was on a cipher with when I first started kind of getting into this community. The cipher was called the International Cipher, and this kid was named D King, I think his name was. He was from India, I want to say, and my God, he could spit like crazy, bro. Like, I mean, his talent was leagues above 90% of the people on the cipher. Not that I knew a single fucking word he was saying, but I could tell the motherfucker was spitting.
Yeah.
So like he was singing or rapping in his own language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You know, why don't like you could use it like would you like use it you could use it as like a sample though, like would you ever use like I know like you talk about like verse and everything, like open verses, but would you use like some people's like some of the stuff that people give you, would you use them as samples though in your songs?
I mean, I'm not opposed to sampling stuff for songs. It's just I haven't had any that really jump out at me yet, you know? Like, it's really interesting. I don't have many songs that actually use sampling, aside from, like, beat sampling or, you know, like, there's no real vocal samples used in much of my songs. And I think it's not that I don't like vocal sampling in songs, because I do. I think a lot of it sounds really good. I just haven't found any that I'm just like, I need this. I need to make a song with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's like when I hear a sound that like I instantly get that kind of juice flowing, like I know it, you know what I mean? Like I'll hear a beat and the minute it starts playing, like I don't get maybe 10, 12 seconds into it before I'm like, I'm going to do something with this. And I'll know that quick with anything that I'm using, if I'm going to use it or not.
Yeah. That sounds, though, I feel like that could be like a new category now, like an open sample challenge, though. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And I mean, that would definitely be something I think for once I get into beat making a little bit more. And that's coming. That's definitely something I'd like to do down the road, probably within the next, I don't know, year and a half.
Something that would be dope is tournaments, but every fucking tournament that was ever organized in this community has been shambolic.
Well, and I mean, that's something I kind of noticed even with my open verse contest. I really did notice sort of like after both of them, a layer of butthurt that kind of lingers around certain people, which, I mean, it's natural when you think your verse is the best and you want to submit to something, and, you know, but it's like, I think the thing that people don't realize is music, number one, is subjective. So it's like a lot of, for instance, I like JT's verse a lot, but to me, it wasn't the one that I personally would have picked had it just been me. You know what I mean? I would have picked Skaz. I think Skaz fit the best with it. And so that being said, JT's wasn't my original choice. Now, that being said, he was really good. He was still up there. But like for my subjectivity, what I was looking for, I would have picked Ska. Now, as a whole, we all felt like JT had the best sound collectively. You know what I mean? And so that's why he, you know, from the score ended up winning. But that being said, people don't factor that in. People don't think about those little nuances in, you know, I like this personally because of this. And that's why I tried to have, number one, 2 different judges that were actively involved in music, that knew how to judge music. And then number 2, a third guy that none of you fuckers knew, because zero bias in that. You know what I mean?
Completely
and
impartial.
That was my biggest thing, is like, people can't feel like there's bias. People can't feel like, oh, so-and-so won because, like, I don't even know JT. That was my first time, I think, ever hearing JT. And he won. So that's super dope to me. And I think that's what's really important, is like, I had tons of friends that submitted to that contest. Tony, Simple, you know, like tons of people that, you know, I would, you know, had it been like personally biased, I'd have been like, oh yeah, my boy right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people are going to be upset no matter what, whether it's a tournament, whether it's an open verse, because people can't let go of their own egos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But this shows a pure, you know, just what you just said right here. It just shows a pure display of being real. And a lot of these contests, a lot of people, like a lot of reasons why people don't enter that many contests, which, you know, they should, you know, if they're starting out, you know, just to get their name out there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Is in this community, all right, in, you know, this big circle of artists that, you know, we all know, there is quite a bit of favoritism that comes into certain contests depending on who runs it, or tournaments or whatever. If you get judges who are completely impartial and will just tell you shit the way it is, now that
Thanks.
is incredible. Like, what I loved, like what I thought was a great touch, was when We Scheme was joining the first contest live. Now, I wasn't there for that moment, but I don't remember if I was, but I knew that no one would have gotten away with anything if they didn't, you know, at least reach, you know, Scheme's level of, you know, interest. And to impress Scheme on something that's it's difficult. It's and it's I guess in a way it's good that it's difficult, because you have some people who are brutally honest, who've been doing this their whole lives, and they just want you to do great. People take that as,
I think you need every layer of feedback. Like, I think you need the kiss-ass people. I think you need the people that are completely ruthless and give no room for error, you know? I think you need the people that are wishy-washy about it, because once you get all those layers, that's what really helps you. Because, like, everything Scheme says, for instance, am I going to take every word of his criticism to heart and be like, okay, I need to apply every single facet of this? Fuck no. Like, I love Scheme to death, but certain things I may creatively disagree with, and that could make it musically wrong, but it might still sound good, and it might be appealing to a larger demographic, you know? And I think that's what's so important about having all the different layers of criticism, both with the dick riders and the people that fucking hate you, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
No, that makes a lot of sense, though.
But
You
not
gotta
saying that
have.
Scheme hates anyone, but
yeah. No, I said Scheme, for example, because it's one of many people in the community who are very real about
straightforward, blunt
yeah.
about things.
Yeah. He said, what what he needed to say about one of my songs that I sent, like on Twitter and things like that. And there was like maybe one or two things I didn't completely agree with, but I knew that, okay, in the end, okay, I had seen something about, spherical sound and music. And I was like, all right, well, I need to sort of work on that because it is something that I have been working on anyways. It's just, not having known how to apply a lot of things, but it's good. Yeah, it's good to get that sort of feedback. Now, the so-called dick riders or the yes men, I understand that you need that too because of the layers, because you get a variety of what certain people think. I'm not sure about the people who completely hate you, because if they tell you it's shit and they don't tell you why.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing that I was going to say. It needs to... I feel like the people that completely hate you will be a lot more harsh in general when it comes to finding things wrong with you. And that's what I... Like, yeah, you're going to get your generic haters just like, fuck Nampson, fuck Loopie, this track is trash. But then you'll get your hater that really hates you because they hate that you're doing good. And then they're like, listen to this. They speed up too much here. They're fucking... This doesn't even sound believable. And then you're like, oh, wait, I do kind of don't sound believable there. I could fix that a little bit. Good for you, Jim. Thank you for hating me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean...
I've had a couple people like that. I really do.
Me
like,
too.
And honestly, without them, I don't think I would have, popped my bubble as much as I have now. And I'm happy it did,
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of when LV told me this. When it comes to people loving what you do, you suck it in. But when it comes to people hating on what you do, as long as they give a reason, you learn from it.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, just take all the positive energy in, because, I mean, with the yes men, I don't think a lot of yes men are yes men on purpose.
No.
That's how I feel. Some people don't subconsciously know that a certain individual might need a little bit more than just positive reinforcement. But
Thanks.
to have that sort of positive reinforcement around you and have people that actually got your back, no matter what, that's it makes all the difference. So
100%.
Yeah, LV was right when he said, just, take all that love in and learn from what the people are saying that might be wrong with you or what you do or whatever, because if it's actual information and feedback and criticism, you can really learn from that on all perspectives. And there's some bits of feedback that are, I guess, what do you call it? Subjective, because it's all just creative feedback, and you're thinking like, okay, well, yeah, maybe this sound could have been improved, or maybe you could have added something in that specific, like, that's just like creative nitpicking, and I'm not saying it's not significant, but it's
more suggestive than it is
suggestive,
necessary.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. But anyways, to conclude that entire thing, I mean, you, Nampson, know how to run a contest, and that I can appreciate.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because I've never won a contest before. I've never come close to winning one before. But in both contests that I have entered from you, I have felt accomplished by the feedback of everybody. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I set out the most to do with the contest was to actually help people improve,
Yeah.
It's not just about submitting, it's not just about winning, it's about actually getting better if this is
Yeah.
what you intend to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And hey, I I was a little surprised by the feedback of like the recent performance of the second open verse challenge. Most notably, I'm gonna give my respect out there and give the credit where it's due. I'm gonna say right here, Menace, with his positive feedback on the entry, I honestly like really appreciate that and I respect him for it and leaving that shit out of the streams. Like,
I
yeah,
was so thankful for that.
yeah, I was thankful for that too, because like I saw him in the chat, but it wasn't gonna stop me from chatting as well. So
Right.
I was just hoping it was not gonna be one of those like, rah, yeah, fuck you and fuck you this and
Right.
fuck you
Yeah,
that. But
it's
no, it
I've
was
seen it a million times where that happens.
yeah,
Like where they'll just start throwing in laughing emojis if it's someone that someone doesn't like, or like thumbs down emojis, and
yeah.
you're just like, is
And
that
those are people
but
that
it
are
was
trying to be
super dope.
slick. Those are the people
Yeah.
trying to be low key about their hatred. But he was respectful about it. And hey, we left that shit outside. You know what I mean? It's a thing of the
And
past, anyways. We're doing our thing.
that's super dope to me
Yeah,
too, when people can leave their bags at the door kind of thing and
yeah,
understand that this is someone else's house, someone else's rules, and just not
yeah,
take that shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's
I
that's love right there.
yeah. And honestly, I didn't really expect it because of like certain history, but like this time around, like I just like I don't know, like I'm glad it happened. You know what I mean? Because
Hey man,
it
that
it,
just goes
it
to show
it
you
it gives
people
me a
can
lot of
change at a
yeah.
moment's notice.
It gives me a lot of hope. You know what I mean? And we can agree to disagree on a lot of causes and messages, but at the end of the day, we're doing our things. But hey, now that we have concluded that segment of the podcast, let's talk about your future projects. Let's talk about the album that you have been working on for God knows how long, man. Phases. Let's start by giving a brief description of what Phases is all about.
Well, so first, before we start with that, I actually just got the final artwork for it yesterday.
Oh,
So I don't know if you want to throw that up on the screen, but I'll go ahead and
uh,
share that to you.
I will see what I can do. Send it through Twitter DMs. I can probably. Oh wait, no, because then Jelani won't be able to see. Yeah.
I could send it to you on Discord.
I. Okay, send it through Twitter DMs. Yeah.
Just show me like the picture on the phone or whatever.
Yeah, but you want to be able to see the full like.
Yeah, trust me, the quality of this is.
Yeah.
She did a killer job on it.
Hell
Very happy
yeah.
about it.
Oh my God. All right. Let me display that for the peeps. All right.
Let me see this.
Shit. I actually like the change of colors. I love how you keep the
That looks
same beanie on
nice.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did a crazy job on this. I was blown away.
Wow. That is probably like one of the best fucking artworks I've seen, just from your discography, man. Holy shit. If not the best.
No, I definitely think this is the
Yeah,
best.
this is the best. You got the day, you got the night, you got the middle. I think that's probably like I don't know how you would describe that.
The blurred lines of reality, my friend.
Blurred lines of reality.
So wait. So is like the faces like between? Is it like supposed to show like your past, like with the
Yeah.
faces?
So each kind of layer is a breakdown of different phases of me, from when I used to have shorter hair to longer hair to Nick with the beanie, and as we kind of evolve in the different phases and things we go through, the different breakdowns we go through in life and all that. That's kind of what it's meant to symbolize, and symbolizing the phases of happiness and depression. It all kind of comes together.
Is that the third eye in the middle?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Consciousness, if you will.
So we're going back to the Rubsy days and then the early Nampson days, and then the Nampson of today. That's how I see it, anyways. Hell yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also
That
seeing.
is an album cover. That is probably one of the best album covers I've seen in such a long time.
Yeah.
I will
Thank
say
you.
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Name
I
some-
really appreciate.
Yeah. Name someone in the
I'm just-
community right now who do it like him. You know what I mean? And you know, the artist, you know, behind this. I mean, that's just incredible.
The artist that I hired for this, she is one of the most talented artists I've ever met, period. I mean, she's the only person that I've been able to give a short ass dumbass description to, and she just says, "Say less, I know exactly what you want." And she knows exactly what I want 99.9% of the time. So
That's
So wait, what was the description you gave her?
so for this, I was like, okay, so I want you to imagine like my head kind of like in shells, like splitting down into like a center form, almost like a Matryoshka doll would do. And if you don't know what a Matryoshka doll is, that's those little Russian dolls that pop open and have like, and I was like, and I want it to kind of symbolize like the happy side of the mind and the sad, like depressing side of things. I told her I wanted it to kind of connect with nature in a way, but also show like the void of space, the emptiness of, because I love space, but the emptiness of it, the kind of what's left of it at the end of things, and you know, convey the emotions of that. And she just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It must have cost a lot though, like for it though.
I don't consider it a lot for what it was. I mean, I paid, I think it was 200 or 250 for it. And for it to come out like this, in this quality, and to know that there's professional multi-platinum artists that don't have album covers like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would love to have an album cover that looked even remotely like this. And so the fact that I paid $250 to get something that is triple platinum quality or better, I'm totally happy with that.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, in this community, who do it like him when it comes to that, or when it comes to, you know, certain music styles. I mean, it is very clear to me, and that is why I keep on bringing you here, man. Like I see a lot of great things in you, because you seem to be, you know, pushing for greatness, but in a way that no one else has ever done. Music nowadays, if we're talking about what goes viral these days, just sounds the same thing as like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And that's kind of not what is supposed to be happening. Or no, 10 years is too long. Like 5 years. Because 10 years ago, like, music was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah, you seem to be taking it to a new level, and your way of reaching the top, to me, is it's fascinating. You know what I mean? And it should inspire other upcoming artists, or just anybody who wants to dive into a specific endeavor. They should take inspiration from either this episode or your whole discography, or your whole past on YouTube. You know, just the journey itself is what really shapes you as a human being. And inspiration is definitely like just inevitable.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, I'm figuring it out a day at a time, kind of thing. Like, I don't consider myself somebody that's sensational, you know. And I appreciate that you do see me in that kind of light, because, like, man, I put my pants on, you know, jumping in one pant sleeve at a time, just like everybody else.
Yeah. Yep. I thought you were doing like front flips into that shit now. Simple.
You probably should be.
You probably should.
Yeah.
What is up, Simple? Welcome to the stream. Much love, Bubbas. I'll be watching the replay of this. All right. Well, good to see you, Simple. Hope you were doing well. So now let's talk a little bit about the track list. Now, I don't think we have the full list, but
Would you like the full list?
no, mine. I mean, I don't know if the podcast would want, or like if it would be something for the podcast. I don't know.
I've said the full list already on a stream that's still public on my channel. So I'm not terribly
So this is public information already. It's just that you haven't like
more or less. Yeah.
you haven't like just sent signals out. Okay.
Pretty much it.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, is there art for the oh wait, that's just the notes app. All right. Damn, 20 songs. Ooh.
20.
20 songs, yes sir.
All right. 20 songs right here. Got a few solo songs, got a couple feature songs.
Yes.
I've heard a few of these. Ah man. So in this track list, how many different styles? I mean, we're talking about different phases. All right. How many different styles do you think you kind of just went into on this one? If
all right. So I say that's kind of its own style. That's a little different, but that's more like the other ones are. That's that same style. This is definitely a different style. That's a different style. I haven't even written that song yet, so that's probably going to be somewhat of a different style, but I don't know. That's kind of in the same style as Laid Back, so we'll consider that to be the same. That's a similar style. Oh, hold on. There's probably about 5 different kind of unique sounds in this, I'd say.
okay. Let's talk about the 2 featured in this album. It seems like in those 20 tracks, the songs aren't feature packed. So
yeah,
what has motivated you to put these 2 people, Tony Lonely, who in my opinion is, really good at what he does, PFE, monumentally amazing at what he does. No disrespect to Tony Lonely the way I said that, but what motivated you to put these 2 people in your album, which is not already packed with features?
Yeah. Well, so the first song, Freaky Fights, that got a feature, I knew right off the bat that I was going to want a feature on that song, because I was really talking about some things that were at the time, or that were going to make my at the time fiance be pretty upset, probably, just through the lyrical content of the song, because it was very, very much based on a very negative point of our relationship. The whole album Phases is kind of more so meant to be the progression of phases of love than it is phases of life, which kind of start off from being alone, to finding someone, to not being sure about how you feel about someone, to being head over heels about someone, to only ever fighting with someone, but you still love that person, to things slowly breaking apart, and then the aftermath and dealing with that. That's really what I wanted this album to kind of highlight. And the song Freaky Fights is kind of meant to be a highlight of that kind of phase where it's just like kind of rough sex, more or less, and no emotional connection really, because you fucking hate the person that you're with, but you you get stuck with them, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I knew the words in there were way too personal to be a solo song. So I brought Tony in because I knew I was going to want somebody that could help add to make it a little bit more general. It's like if it was a solo song, it's a lot easier to say, okay, this is about his relationship specifically. Whereas if it's a song with somebody else on it, it's like, okay, this is a song about a crazy bitch. So I picked Tony because, I mean, Tony just goes hard as fuck in that kind of vein, that kind of style, and I knew he would kind of deliver the exact sound that I was looking for with that. And for PFV, that song was actually a solo song initially. It was fully done, and I was like, the more I listened to it, the more I was like, I feel like he could really tap in nicely on this song. Like, he has that kind of perfect. I mean, you've heard the song, so you already know.
Yeah.
But I really felt like his voice would go well on that, and so I hit him up. I was like, yo, the song's done. Would you want to do it? And he responded back that he was like, yeah, it's dope. I like it. And he delivered super well on it. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. But as for the other ones, the main reason I didn't really go feature heavy is kind of, again, because this album is kind of meant to display my progression of love, my experience and the things that I've gone through. And while it's made in a way that's kind of meant to be generic enough where anyone can really put themselves, their own situation into it and, kind of go along with it, I still wanted to tell it in a way that was really my own story,
It seems from the track list that there is kind of like a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, it kind of is some kind of up and down wave from what I see. I don't know if, obviously it had to be intentional in a way.
So this list is not correctly laid out. It's close to correctly laid out, but I do need to reorganize a couple of the spots.
Okay.
With some of the songs, say like done, rough. I guess rough meaning like rough draft. Some of them aren't labeled. Does that mean they're done, or is it like they're still being worked on?
Still being worked on, yeah. So like drowning, making love, and miscellaneous things, none of those actually have any work done on it at all yet. That's not true. Making love has a little bit done, but yeah. So those three need to be written even. And I've been kind of slacking. I've been going through a lot of like weird headspaces where I haven't been able to get my juices out, but I plan on pushing back my album again. I know I did that already once, but I want to get it done right, and I think I have an idea for a release date. I'm not going to say it though, because if I say it, it won't get done on that date. So I'm just going to keep working and get it done when it comes out, and I'll be happy with that. And I know some people are going to be upset, but I have planned another project to do in the meantime as well. That actually has most of the songs done.
Yeah, it's better to be delayed than to be rushed. I see that the song Overdose, it has bass recording. Is that like, what does that mean?
So I had literally just laid the main vocal layering, like the main verse, the main layer for the hook, and that's it. Like, it doesn't have any ad-libs in it yet. It doesn't have any layers, really. I haven't figured it out in that sense yet. So
okay. Shit, there was something I was gonna I forgot. What was the answer to the question before the one that Jelani just asked?
About the ordering in it.
I had, there was the order.
Was it a question I asked?
Yeah, it was something you asked, Jelani.
The question, like the done in the rough draft thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I just remembered what I was gonna ask. I have done a little bit of production work for you, Nampinate, or does this mean that what I have sent you is anywhere in those 20 songs?
It is not.
Okay.
That song is in another project still.
Okay.
I have probably about I have at least 5 projects that are currently in the works, but this is the one that's the most done.
5 projects currently in the works. Is that part of the reason why this one hasn't been like dropped sooner?
Not really.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, like a little bit, but not really. It's
All right.
like 2% of the reason, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have 2 songs, I believe, that are already out on
Yeah.
all streaming platforms. That's Ecstasy and Down. I actually played Ecstasy on my reaction channel. I was doing a live stream and I was just, going AFK and shit like that. I played Ecstasy, and these reaction viewers are people who usually like music that are related to their favorite artists and nothing else, but they actually fucked with it. And
Okay.
yeah. so
Hell yeah.
So, globally, it seems that you have been getting, positive feedback about the songs that from phases that have already been released. So it's great to hear that. I was wondering, this can be either right now or at the end of the podcast. I was wondering if you would like to do a little live performance of any of the songs on the album. It can be released and can be whatever. A live
A live
performance.
performance? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
rapping it into the microphone kind of thing?
Yeah.
Anything
Could be.
kind of thing, man. Just
I
Yeah.
could have
You
you
can go
play the
acapella.
song,
Ooh.
but I don't know about. 'Cause I just don't think that would translate as well as I would like for it to.
Yeah.
With the amount of production effort that I've been putting into these songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to really make sure that it's as perfect as it could be.
Hmm.
I would rather it, be heard in that quality first,
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Or if you had like some artists do it, they have like whatchamacallit, they have a track or a demo where they just completely remove the lead vocal and they add in,
and they spit along with it. Yeah,
yeah, and they
I've
leave
heard
it,
that.
yeah, they leave in the dubs and the ad libs. I don't know.
I unfortunately do not have any of those rendered out.
All right.
You fucking sprung this on me. Maybe if you would have told me ahead of
I
time,
know,
maybe I
know,
would have
I
then.
know. Hey, thing is though, it's not the first time we've asked guests to do a live performance. So I mean, I didn't think this was a thing to worry about. But I totally understand. I totally get what you mean about this. But man, this is a very exciting track list. I do see sort of like the roller coaster of emotions, and I've already listened to a few of the songs exclusively.
Yeah.
I think I heard I think 5
So, like,
of those songs, 5 or 6.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, though, how did it feel like with some of the songs though? Like how did it feel making them though? What was your feeling with the songs?
Oh man, I cried my eyes out in some of these songs. Like, real talk, this is probably the most I've put myself out there ever in anything. And it's like, this is the real true story of my past 6 years of life, basically, the 6 years of dedicated effort and pain and struggle and fights and everything, that has gone into my relationship that ended very unfortunately in a really sucky way. It's all in that song or in that album, and I really feel like some of those songs, I literally had to take breaks writing them because I just couldn't get through some of the things that had to be written because it was that tough,
But I feel like it shows a display of, bravery in a way of opening yourself up to an audience of listeners that will have your back listening, and especially a new audience that may get to know you a little better. This is what is going to shape your discography and your entire journey going forward, because you have had that sort of phase, no pun intended, where we haven't seen you for about a few weeks to a month, and then 2 months, and then your entire shit gets fucking deleted. I'm thinking to myself, like, Nampson is way too obsessed with the game. He wouldn't be doing this if there was, like, no issue, you know what I mean? And something told me, like, all right, I'm gonna see him again. I'm gonna see him again, and it's gonna be a different Nampson. And I was right, you know what I mean? And I'm glad I was right, because seeing this project and finally seeing something being done and being dropped for what, and you putting all of those emotions and taking all of those emotions in and transmitting that to the listener into a new audience, and possibly the same audience that you've always had this time, it shows a complete display of bravery. To me, that's pure bravery, because not a lot of artists yet have that sort of heart to just, really pick themselves apart and really put that out there. And I really fuck with it. What's up? No name to put. YT.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
I forgot his name, I'll be honest with you, but hey, I appreciate
his name is Chris.
I appreciate the vibe check. Next open verse he does, I'm gonna shout out Chris for the vibe check.
As you should. That'll get you a 3. He might even give you a 4, even though he's not allowed to.
Hey, be fair. If it's shit,
I do.
Tell me it's shit.
Well, that's not Chris's job. Chris's job is to see what the vibe is.
Yeah, but the vibe,
Hey, man, it could be shit and still have a good vibe.
True. I mean, that PlayStation mic guy lives in my heart forever.
Thanks.
My boy.
But yeah, man. Back to what you were saying. I appreciate that. Because it is, like I said, I mean, that whole album, like I said, has taken a lot out of me, and so the fact that you think that it's got that coming back with something that's worth it, that means a lot,
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody needs at least one project or one. It doesn't have to be music, all right? A lot of us have seen defeat in ways larger than you would ever imagine in your life. And, we are, no matter our ages, right, we are still at a very early point in our life. And we are probably going to keep seeing defeat. It's how we choose to react to that sort of defeat that decides whether we're going to stay in the same level or if we're going to bounce back up. And we all have a project to commit to, or to change up, or to tweak up a little bit, all right? And I know this from experience, having seen Jelani, for example, with his experience with his own talk show, seeing it with Nampson, with his experience with basically, everything on social media. Myself, the same thing, on social media, it makes absolutely no sense to quit. But for some reasons you have cilantro thoughts in your head or something like that, just people telling you, or yourself, just you telling yourself that you want to stop or you gotta stop because this shit is basically pointless. The idea of wanting to stop is completely pointless. You know what I mean? And we all got projects that we want to make sure completely shapes our entire journey. And I believe with this project, Nampson, Phases definitely has that opportunity to shape your entire journey and your entire discography. And we all need, anyone needs, something like that. And you have yours right here. And this is definitely going to get people to know, like, Nampson, the real Nampson.
Did I ever tell you the reason why I deleted all my shit and disappeared?
Well, you gave me sort of the hint, and I also saw on like the video that you posted, after, like, it's basically none of our fucking business. Yeah.
Man, I really thought giving it all up was what it needed to happen, like, so again, this album is about my relationship, and one of the things that was always a problem in my relationship was that my ex didn't like the idea of me pursuing something creative. She didn't like the idea of starting a family that was going to have their life in the public eye and just be kind of like stuck in that. And I always try to tell her, like, oh, no, that wouldn't happen. Like, you can make sure your life is private. You don't have to share everything, blah, blah, blah. And it just came to the point where, like, her family, anything I'd post, like, her family would message her about it. Oh, Nick is doing this, Nick is doing that, blah, blah, blah. And so it came to the point where, like, I literally saw my relationship slipping away because of her family. And I said, like, because we had fights all the time. She had said, back when it was really a back and forth issue, she was like, well, delete your channel, if because it was when I'd stopped streaming and I just wanted to do it again. And she was, anyway, and I told her, like, I'd always choose her over that. And she was like, well, delete your channel then. And I never wanted to delete it because, like, I wanted her to come around to it eventually. I wanted her to come around to things eventually to see how much they meant to me. And for her to eventually say, like, all right, Nick, has shown how much he cares about me and all the, things he's willing to do for me and give up for me. So I shouldn't make him delete his channel. I should let him do, this thing that he's passionate about. And I kind of always held on to that. But, like, when it came down to, like, her family messaging her more and more and her complaining about that, I was like, this is the only thing that I can do to maybe, maybe salvage my relationship. And I deleted it all. And, it for a little bit made things feel like they were better, and I didn't regret it at all, and I still don't regret it, but I do think everything that needed to happen happened the way that it did. And yeah, that's why I actually disappeared from everything for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like you did the right thing, not the easy thing. I mean, and
yeah,
you always want to do the right thing, man, and you always want to do good by everybody around you. You want to make sure that, like, you don't live in other people's disappointment for you every single day. You know what I mean? And yeah, I totally feel you.
The thing is, too, is, I can relate to that a lot because back in 2022, I wanted to quit. I think actually it kind of goes into 2021 when, I took my break and everything. Then, Loopie, you've seen everything. And, I wanted to really leave and everything. And, I was in a very terrible state myself, kind of the same way you were at. Even though, like, situation was different, it was more about just how I felt personally and everything. And, to hear that kind of brings back, the same memories I've had. And, And that's why for me, I would never give up, because that was the worst point in time in my life, and I would never want to go back to that ever again. And for you to be able to finally come back and everything gives even me motivation, that, for me to never give up ever again, to never have that thought to ever give up, because you can make it. If you give up, you won't see the numbers that you want to see. You won't see the people that you want to see. So you coming back is something that I appreciate a lot. And I'm honest when I say that. I appreciate that you came back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna jump in here just to add to that. Talk a little bit about my experience, and just kind of how I relate with everything you've sort of experienced in the past couple of months, or well, during 2022, if I may say. For me, it was in 2020. I was completely manipulated and indoctrinated with feelings and ideas that I'm just not wanted, and that I'm just not, somebody that you can deal with, or that you can handle, that you can have around you. And I felt that through different friendships and different relationships. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. I mean, and it was, from June to September of that year, self-harm, definitely there, self-harm. And of course, there was a bunch of, suicidal thoughts and suicidal attempts. And I eventually, got in touch with myself lately about the, all of that shit. And it just didn't make sense for me to just completely give it all up, you know what I mean? And to sort of rise up and be like, all right, fuck it, you know what I mean? Fuck it if other people, are going to show some signs of like disapproval. I got to focus on building something new, and building basically a new empire, you know what I mean? And I swear I've faced rejection and pure defeat in ways that you feel like you wouldn't even be able to like survive it, you know what I mean? And it's all mental.
Oh yeah.
It's all mental, but it feels physical, because it's all in your head, but you feel like that in your body. And me sort of harming myself in a way, I felt like I was trying to rip off like a layer of myself, you know what I mean? And I didn't stop it because I thought, oh yeah, I'm done with that layer. No, I stopped because I had to convince myself, like, yo, who cares, if you're good enough for a specific, amount of people. There's enough people in the world to be good enough for, and you just got to work on yourself and work on just the things you love the most. You got school at the moment, so you're doing okay at school. You got your family, which, I mean, my family problems weren't as bad, but I mean, it was the beginning of the end. But everything is okay outside of that. I just had to sort of work on bettering myself. I was thinking to myself, all right, I'm not getting into no relationships. I'm not, gonna fucking let myself be fucked over by a lot of people. Whoever, is down to stay with me, stays with me. Whoever isn't, fuck off, right? Which is why, like, losing friends now doesn't suck as much as it sucked before, because I don't want to go back to that sort of phase that I had. And that to conclude all of that, I see myself and I see my experience in this project that you have, because it definitely, like, the idea of bouncing back with a new project, it how Phases is for you is how the Shrug album was for me. No matter what the quality of it was, I needed that, for example, to make my mark. And you have Phases to make your mark. And honestly, like, that's what just inspires me, honestly, and motivates me. to just keep fucking going, because sticking around is kind of fun. You just got to keep showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
That was my little, yeah.
See, and the thing is, I feel like this needs to be talked about more because I feel like people kind of hide their emotions in a way. People kind of just, they think, especially with men in a way. And I'm gonna say this is that like men feel like they have to hide this. They have to hide their emotions, and I feel like that is totally unnecessary because the saying, the horn gets the oil. If you're loud enough, you get the help that you need. Because people like to hide it, and I think even women try to hide it too. It's not only men, women too. And
So
the sad thing about it is the fact is we've had a lot of people lost. We've lost a lot of people in this world because people thought, to never say anything, and it's unfortunate. It kind of messes with my head a bit. That one thing that they could have said could have helped them out and everything.
So I definitely will, agree with you there. I think in general, we should be able to speak our feelings more. We should be able to be open about them. And I definitely think, there is a way to do that. You can find good groups of people, good groups of friends that do, support that and everything. But the one thing that I have found to be unfortunately true, and maybe this is just my own personal experience, and maybe I'm finding all the bad ones, but at least in terms of relationships, women don't want to see the weakness. They say they want to see the feelings, and some will tolerate it for a while too. Some will help you through things, but at the end of the day, it has been my experience that women do not actually want to see the weakness in men. Women want to see stoicism. They want to see that even though you can show your feelings, they don't want to see you feeling sad. And that's really kind of the thing that sucks about that is like, I noticed my relationship go down and down when my mental state started getting worse. And it wasn't just from the aspect of, oh, I'm feeling down, so it seems worse. It literally was when I started feeling her pull away. And, there's so much psychology and science that indicates that when women truly see that level of weakness in men, they begin to look for someone else that can provide them that level of safety. And it sucks, but it's a scientific fact. It's how they're genetically wired,
Yeah.
And it's taught me that you can definitely show your feelings. You can let those things out there, but you need a good group of that, because unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, if you find a woman that's willing to really put through all of that, most of the time it's because she herself is going through a bad mental state, and she needs someone just like that. She needs someone that can help her in the same way that she feels like she can help. And it's unfortunate, but it's like, that's literally what I saw with my ex. Is like, she went from a state of feeling bad and needing to be helped to when she felt good about herself, and then I was not feeling confident, or whatever way you want to, immediately I was, after 6 years of being with this person, being engaged, talking about a family,
Yeah.
Yeah. With when you say the years, like I can feel that though. Like I've never really been into like a really serious relationship or anything. I did have one bad experience with someone, and I would say, and I will say this, that it was mainly my fault with it because I wasn't there for them, but it was mostly because I was going through a lot of stuff. This was like around the time COVID started happening, so it was kind of like I was in a very terrible state, and so I can understand like what you mean by that. But what I will say though is with with some of the things, I feel like it's just you have to find the right people, like the right women and everything. Because I know some women do like to be supportive of men that show their emotions and everything. I know it's not always just. I know it's not only just. I know people are very dynamic. It's not just one way, and it's just it may seem like that because that's what you see and everything, but I want people to understand is that that's not how it is all the time. It's just you got to find the right people to hang out with and everything, which is something that I need to do as well. I need to find the right people. I mean, Loopie, for example, is an example of the right person that I found. He's helped me out throughout a lot of my struggles, and you know, I like the reason why I'm here and strong and everything is because of him. Like I don't even know if I would even like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Well, hey,
He's good people. Loopy's real good people.
we need to get rid of this stigma that men can't talk. You know what I mean? We can't keep this stigma around here that men can't just open up. And
Yeah.
um, and to me, that's my mantra, and that's what I want to keep, pushing out here every single day. Um, you know, with everything that I do, and sometimes like during certain experiences, excuse me, sunflower seed. Um, Certain experiences, kind of just whenever you actually do in fact open yourself up to other people about how you feel emotionally, and they respond to you in a way that doesn't actually truly help you out but actually hurts you more than it helps you, you almost teach yourself to just keep yourself isolated because you don't want other people to have that same sort of response. When everybody handles mental health in a different way. Some people are extremely negligent of that, and man, I have totally felt I've totally been in the wrong end of some of these people. Or you have people who are literally just willing to just stay up till 6 in the morning every single day just to make sure they're fucking you're straight. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it it's definitely great to open up, even if it's publicly, about how you feel emotionally, because you never know. You got people who are willing to do absolutely everything. Like there's nothing they couldn't do to support you or to make sure you're okay. And that and that's the message that I'd like to push out. And when I see other people doing the same thing around me, I can't stop. I just completely respect them, and yeah, I mean, everybody has, their sort of mantra and, their sort of reason to keep going. But to me, this stigma that, men or, women, just anybody can't just open up and say really how they actually feel is outrageous. All right. And we lose lives, and we lose people around us, people who we care about, and people who actually had family that cared about them. We lose them because they felt like they did not have any place at all speaking whatsoever. And my lifestyle is making sure that gets completely eliminated, because mental health is just as important as physical health.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like last night, when I put out my Snapchat stories, I felt lost. I kind of was thinking like I was thinking for only a brief point, maybe I shouldn't be public about it. But then I realized if I'm not going to be public about it, nothing's going to change. No one's gonna say anything if I don't say anything myself. So I decided, you know what, press the send button, put out my story, see what people say, because I want to get the support. I wanted the support, and luckily I did. I had you. You responded to it. I've gotten people that I've known from my school responded to it. I even got a response right now on my phone. I saw the notification, and it's honestly pretty great that there are people out there that do want to that do want to see me be better in everything. Because I thought it was only going to be you that would send me a message. I thought that was going to be originally, and seeing that there were others that have responded as well made me even happier, because it's not only you.
Yeah.
That has sent me something.
Yeah, I don't want it to be only me, man. I want like an entire army of people to just be like, "Yo, you good, bro?" Like, because that makes the difference.
Definitely.
Obviously, even one makes the difference. But just
Yeah, one.
a whole group of people just trying to check up and like at least be like, "Yo, like want to talk about it, bro?" Like,
Yeah,
it really makes all the difference. But um, back to the project phases. This is like we had to sort of dive into that topic because, in a way, anyways, for my experience, I saw my own like I from what I read in the track list, from what I see in the art, without even having heard the entire thing, I saw a little bit of my journey in that, you know what I mean? And that's probably what that third eye is all about. I don't know. That's probably because it is the center of that entire art. It is the center of it all. So seeing yourself within this project, I don't know if that was the intended goal or if it
It's
was,
meant to have that relatability. It's meant to be
yeah,
able to be connected in your own experience. Yeah.
yeah. Well, the shit hasn't even been dropped or even finished, but I'm feeling that effect right now. And we've been deep this episode, all right? So imagine how it would be when the
yeah,
shit comes out. I'd be I'd be pissed if that wasn't the fucking breakout album of the year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta market it right. I really gotta figure out how to do the marketing perfect. I'm probably honestly gonna spend the entire pre-release time once it's finally actually done, just sending it out to studios and everybody that's got any kind of production coordinator credit in any sort of music area, and seeing if, because if I can get somebody that listens to it and says, "Oh, let's at least get you a meeting with somebody,"
mm,
and then somebody's willing to throw marketing money at me, or something, that would be delightful.
yeah,
yeah,
Because I don't think this album's gonna do crazy numbers as is right now. I don't. I mean, I don't.
yeah,
I've got like 30 monthly listeners on Spotify. I don't put any social media effort out at all.
yeah,
Um, I've just been focusing on doing the music right in general first.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But I mean, at the moment, you gotta first work on the art. You've had many ideas for a long time. You've had quite a packed discography for years now, and you've had um, you know this personality that we all know and love. So now having this moment to just sit back and be like, all right, well, I got to work on this, and it has to be good. Numbers are not going to matter in this sort of context. Is what difference this project makes as opposed to your other projects when it comes to the effect that it lays on people, right? And you definitely have the sort of qualification, if I may say, to actually put quite an impact on other people's, feelings and shit like that. And I swear, me and Livy were just excited to to listen to the actual full thing. So yeah, that's mainly what I just wanted to talk about. Really, it's just the the effect that your project brings. No matter what kind of marketing you do, obviously the marketing is going to be great if you put all of that time and effort into it. But it's the difference that your project makes when it comes to the effect, and it really does
Yeah,
make all the
absolutely.
difference. Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it can be considered a breakout album though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's it's all about how it gets received. I guess I know. I really do feel like it's gonna have the effect that I want it to, but it might be one of those albums that doesn't see any real success until 4 or 5 years later. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is what it
Wow.
is. I'm cool with
That's
whatever.
good. I mean, like, um, to me, I've had two projects last year that I felt perfectly shaped my journey and my discography. That I just wanted to have more, people vibing with it, from the inner circle rather than just getting into a large competitive market. Because obviously it's still too early to get into that sort of large competitive market. So my goal was just to have, you know, my inner circle who listens to the sort of music and see if they could feel in a way the effect that I want to put on there. And it, when you have that sort of project, you don't care about how it does in the first month or the first year. You want to know how well it does long term. And that is what shapes your discography. I can't, stop to think that during the year, if you actually drop this at the first quarter, hopefully, fingers crossed, yeah, that there would be other projects that may have probably more significance than phases, to your, in your point of view, but knowing that it shapes the discography and shapes the portfolio of, hey, welcome to me, basically. And yeah, I respect it a whole lot.
Yeah, and also what I believe is that with the album, it's highly relatable because there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of relationship problems, so it could possibly be a breakout song because it's relatable. I mean, think about people like Juice WRLD, for example, who've who have had songs like that. So I think possibly you could get something out of this because there's a lot of people that have been in similar situations as you. So don't doubt yourself when it comes to it not being a breakout song or anything. Don't doubt yourself when it comes to it.
I mean, I definitely think there's the potential there. I'm not doubting it at all. I'm designing every single one of these songs to have the potential to go viral, to have the potential to click on that personal level. But it really is all a matter of, number one, am I putting enough effort into promoting it and getting it out to the people that will then get it out to other people? Or, number two, is it going to hit that stroke of luck where it does, randomly get shared? So it's like, and exactly what Loopie's saying, for me, this project is more of a, I needed to do this. This is going to help set the foundation for what I make in the future. Than it is somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to relate to this, and I want it to be that as well. Don't get me wrong. I really, truly do hope it has commercial success, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to put my effort into it. But I think for now, the focus is getting the project done, getting what I need to say done, and then focusing on what comes next after that,
Yeah. Damn. This has been a deep one. Yesterday we did like the goofiest of fucking episodes. Let me just lighten up the mood. Man, Jelani, it was so fucking like, oh my gosh. Obviously we were waiting for you, which was absolutely no stress at all whatsoever, but everything that could go wrong in this podcast went wrong. You know what I mean? Audio
That's
issues.
how it goes, man.
Bro, audio issues. There was a time in the podcast where like Cobra could be heard like 5 times. It was almost like as if you turned Fruity Delay on for the first time in your life. Then I was AFK for a little bit. I came back, forgot to unmute on OBS, but I was unmuted on Discord. But OBS, I wasn't. Nobody said
Oh
a
my
thing
god.
until Livy turned up to the chat and was like, "What's going on with Loopy?" And I was like, "What? Do I look like? Do I look bad or something?" Then I look at the mic and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like,
it's the worst.
yeah. And
See,
then
look.
we're laughing at the dumbest shit. We're saying the dumbest shit. Like it felt like just.
That's a
Well,
good
see,
time.
look,
Yeah, it was a good time.
here's the thing. Here's what I would say about all of that, though. What I will say is that it kind of lightened up the moods, because we've had three interviews in a row when it came to the Loophole Podcast. So I think we needed something like that to kind of lighten up, because we've gone through so much stress over the past few weeks, especially with the LV interview. Having us be at our best with that. So I feel like something like that kind of it brings it down to the level that we're usually at. The Loophole Podcast is not meant to be professional, but it's meant to be an exciting journey. It's meant to be something where we're just a bunch of friends just talking about stuff, and that's how it is. And usually, that's not really professional. We're just like that. We just have chill moments, and we can make a lot of fun out of that. We can have a lot of fun out of that.
Nope, Loopy had to poop. You saw how fast he got up. You know for a fact diarrhea started calling.
Or unless maybe it already happened.
Oh no. I hope not.
Yeah. He's back. It wasn't anything.
Diarrhea called there for a minute. Bro, the speed you got up, I swear you had to shit your britches.
Yeah.
You're like, no stress, man.
Yeah, but that's but
Mm.
but no.
Do your thing, man. This is your show.
Yeah, I always drink water.
I've been smoking weed.
Yeah. You see the bong rips he's taken?
Yeah, come on now. Eat yourself, you motherfucking sunflower seeds. Yeah. No one's gonna judge
you're not
you.
you when you're hungry,
That's
Said we don't have
facts. Eat a Snickers.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Yes, the second one.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? It's been a while since we've had like a Loopy reviews on the podcast. I think the last time was what was it? The Chick-fil-A sauce or the Bean Boy?
Hold on. I gotta send Tyler a video because he's trying to beckon me to Among Us real quick. Well, see, Tyler, I would join your Among Us thing if I wasn't already on the Loophole podcast right now discussing my new album. And if you were a true friend, you would have seen the tweet that I made and been here right now. That's right.
Yes.
Watch him show up.
Yeah.
In true Alpha Tyler fashion. Me too, brother. Me too. I feel that.
I mean, we are in our own universe. I would say, like, I've got, like, even though we're in the same world, we've got different pathways of the world. Yeah. Yes.
There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. Morty. I actually can't make those jokes anymore because I guess Justin Roiland is getting in trouble for something.
Oh yeah. Separate the art from
Man,
the art.
yeah, I agree, but
Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
So
I can understand though when it comes to doing that though, in his particular sense, because apparently he had a lot of issues with like employees too, being like, oh, that he was sexually harassing me or whatever the case may be. Um, so I think that's where it comes down to the issue of, is he bringing it into the workplace? You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Also, Tyler sent us some videos. Let's see what he says.
Ooh.
Social media on Sundays. I go to church and then we do the sus stream.
Amen, brother Tyler.
But I guess the thing about the Rick and Morty situation is, there were multiple creators to Rick and Morty, so it's not just him. It's not like so like when people talk about like separating the art from the artist, I think it's I think we should talk about the other people, like not just him, like not just him.
Yeah,
Like
the
we shouldn't
like the
say like,
animators and
oh, we
everything
shouldn't talk
too.
about Rick and Morty because of the situation, because it wasn't him that only created it. So
No,
give
that's
the other
fair.
people the credit.
That's true. No, it is Adult Swim is the production company, but they're so so it's very confusing. So there's a production company within the network, basically. Adult Swim is the main network, and they may also operate as the production company, but I believe Rick and Morty is also made by um, their company, like Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon's company. And that would be their production company that they'll bring on all their own animators, but they might receive a budget from Adult Swim. Whereas now Adult Swim may be hiring the people from the production company or just extending their contract, because they're already set for they're in contract for another 40 episodes, and they intend to do all 40 episodes. Which yeah, I'm for that, because the animators, I mean, for a lot of the people working on that show, that's a steady job, which is not easy to come by in the film industry, you know. And so for them all to have lost their job for something he would have done would definitely have been like a massive injustice to them, because a lot of them have probably, like the writers have probably written out season 8 and season 9 by now. Like they're probably through most of the story. And to think the animators have been animating all this while too, and it would just be senseless for them all to have to suffer from his thing when there's so many talented Rick and Morty impersonators out there. Have you seen the one guy that's on TikTok or whatever that they're saying will probably replace him for at least Morty? I'm gonna give you a link. Hold on. It's only like a really? Yeah. Uh, I know he did. I know he does a really good voice for that. That's crazy. Good for him.
Wait, wasn't like the reason why I thought it was because the original guy didn't want to just play, because it was like a white guy playing
Yeah.
Cleveland and Family Guy. I thought it was because the racial tensions and everything during that time.
That sounds more accurate, because I don't think he died. Yeah. Well, Adam West died a few years back, and he was the voice of Adam West. So I mean, he's the only one I can think of. But when you get a chance, I sent you that link to the videos here, Discord DM. It's a real short one, but you gotta see this guy's voices. I mean, if you've seen Rick and Morty and you hear this guy's impression, you're gonna be fucking floored. Yeah.
Well, you know what they...
Remember the thing that I was talking about where I forgot to unmute on OBS? It happened again.
Are you shitting me?
I'm like shitting myself, not you.
I'm so proud of you.
I am wow. I am at such a level of intellect, I swear. All right, let me just do that again.
Hey, Rick, I feel like I'm forgetting something important. Yeah, me too. I can't think of it, though. Huh? Oh, well, you know what they say, if you can't remember something, it probably wasn't that important, Yeah, you gotta stop hanging out with Jerry. I didn't get that from my dad. Everybody says that. Have you never heard that before? Morty, I'm the smartest being in the universe. If that was a thing, you think I would have heard about it? Rick, literally everybody... wait a minute. I think I remember. The thing we were talking about, or the saying? Yeah, shit, I forgot. Jesus Christ, Ricky. Wait, oh my God, we're supposed to go vegan, Morty. Wait, vegan? Why would we go vegan, Rick? I don't know. It sounds like being depressed with extra steps. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that sounds lame as fuck. Rick, does that make us bad people? Yeah, bad to the bone. Hey, I'm Pickle Rick to the bone. My new catch.
Isn't that crazy? Like how accurate that shit is?
That really is accurate. I know somebody who could do like Morty very well too, but I don't have any footage. But that's dope as fuck. Yeah, we should get him to do Morty.
100%.
Rick needs a little bit more work. I could hear the difference between.
Everyone says that too. Everyone says that. But the Morty is spot on.
Yeah. Man. Man.
What?
Shit.
Why are we looking like this?
I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say, and then I just froze, and then I tried pretending like I just completely lagged out. But
yeah, I'm sorry. If I'm like distracted or anything, I'm just replying to some of the people that are messaging me on Snapchat.
Got mad bitches in the DMs. I got you. You do your thing, homie. You do your thing.
Come on, Mr. Muna, you got it. Bro.
Slay it, King. Slay it.
Mr. Muna making all the moolah.
Damn.
Then in the bed doing Kama Sutra.
Feeling like the man, call me super. Ooh.
Hey, then at 2:30 every Saturday, do the podcast with the Looper.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I be up on her body like a loofah.
Hey, but she be blowing on me like a tuba.
Yes.
I'm going to stop this here. We're not going any further with this. This is about to become just some nonsense. I know it. Somebody's gonna walk in and be like, who the fuck are these fucking little goblin children talking about tubas?
Yo,
man, they some losers.
That's the truth,
Alpha Tyler showing up to the stream. I'm done freestyling. What's up, Alpha Tyler? How you been, man? How have you been?
Oh, shit.
Popping in while I'm dead. Hi, fellas.
I was going to say, he's in the middle of his own stream. Look at this man showing up to the stream. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
What's up, people? It's
gang shit.
No, he probably don't got me on the main page. Or he do got me on the main page and he's talking mad shit.
Hey, yo. Peep this.
I'm sorry if I feel distracted or anything. It's just like, these messages. People are really, people got
Man,
love for
bitches
me.
in the DM, bro. I feel you.
So I feel like it makes me smile though that they're. Like I said, it's not only you, Loopy, that messaged me.
It
It's like
shouldn't
people
be.
message.
It shouldn't be only me.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not. I'm not like that. I'm not like, oh, what the fuck? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm a Morty. I'm a I got you on the phone. All right. Hey.
Shit.
I appreciate you showing love to the stream. We got the homie Nampson. Yes, on a Sunday. Can't really say it was our fault. Nah, it's all love. But no, yeah, we got him here to talk about his album. We got hella deep about it, and it has been a really amazing episode. Honestly, like Nampson is definitely somebody that anybody should listen to. Honestly, he speaks, you listen, and you only speak when spoken to. That's the type of.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm probably holding him up to such a high standard. He's being like, "What the fuck, man?"
That's my thing. I've realized. I don't put me on a fucking pedestal. I'm a dude. I'm gonna make all the mistakes in the world.
Yeah.
And that way, when you see me make those mistakes, and you're like, but Nampson, wow, Nampy, oh man, I never thought Nampy would have peed on that sidewalk and exposed himself publicly indecently. Wow, Nampy, I viewed him better than that. Man.
I found that okay. I found that funny because I was literally just about to say, like, I expect you, along with everybody else. I expect everybody to be flawed. All right, nobody's perfect.
So you expect me to be a degenerate? Okay.
No, okay.
I see how it is.
I'm a degenerate.
We're all degenerates.
We're all young degenerates on social media, making dope bangers. But no, I mean, like, nobody's perfect. Everybody's flawed. Everyone is gonna have at least one flaw or one mistake that they make. And honestly, for as long as you don't, turn out to be some kind of kitty fiddler, like some EDP shit, like, you're good, bro.
That's one thing I stand against 100%. I'm right there. I wanna be signed on with Ashton Kutcher's thing where he catches the predators, and not Chris Hansen, but the other thing that Ashton Kutcher does. I like that fella.
Yeah. But yeah, and everything that we universally disagree on, such as, fucking pedophilia or domestic abuse or killing somebody or fucking choking somebody out over
or clubbing baby seals. None of that.
Yeah, none of that, man.
I love baby seals, man.
Or Chick-fil-A sauce. None of that.
What?
Bro, I don't.
Fuck you mean no Chick-fil-A sauce?
You know what I mean, no Chick-fil-A sauce.
No, I don't. You better speak your piece now, motherfucker.
I am going to speak my piece because this goes way
All
back
right, do it, because you're wrong.
Okay, whatever.
I was there for this, so I can say too.
This goes back to episode 54, 55, somewhere there. This was like a long time ago. My boy Mike, the second half of Stuck in Traffic, sends me a package, and it was a Luigi hat. It was like forgot what else he gave me. I know he gave me Flamin' Hot Cheetos. He gave me Chick-fil-A sauce, and he gave me a Walmart plastic bag. I haven't seen one of those in person in about like 12 years from that point. So he just gave it to me. So I try out the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and fucking hell, those are the best bags of chips I've ever fucking had in my entire life. That shit is
they're delicious.
The bomb. You can't get any of them in France for some weird reason, but I'm definitely gonna get some in the UK, like in Wales if they got some. But then he gives me something else. I don't know what it was.
AIDS.
No. And then he gives me Chick-fil-A sauce. Now, I didn't have anything to try the Chick-fil-A sauce on. And usually I taste by just either on its own or with a piece of bread, you know? Didn't have
You just dump the Chick-fil-A sauce into your mouth like a sociopath?
Nah, I just like... Just...
Wait, I thought you had some of the hot Cheetos, and I thought you put it in.
Okay, some of the hot Cheetos, because I'm a sick fuck. I was trying to, like...
Here, bro, that's delicious. Hot Cheetos and Chick-fil-A sauce? That's amazing.
Oh my goodness gracious, where did this...
Okay. All right, you know what, Loopy? I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna rig open verse 3, okay?
Oh.
And you're gonna win. You're gonna fly over here to America, and we're gonna get you some fresh Chick-fil-A sauce. And I'm gonna give you a joint as well, because that's partially what you need to enjoy it in its full capability. We're gonna get you blitzed, and then you're gonna try some flaming hot Cheetos inside Chick-fil-A sauce, and then you're gonna revise whatever nonsense statement you're about to make. But go ahead.
I mean, to be in the defense of that abomination that is called the Chick-fil-A sauce, it was shipped, you know, unrefrigerated, obviously, and you know, just out in the wild for maybe a good week or two.
Was it during the summer?
It was during the summer.
Okay, that might make sense.
Yeah, but I looked at the ingredients and I was like, "What the actual fuck?"
Oh, yeah, it had like mayonnaise. I think.
I
think it had something with bowls in it or something.
With bowls?
Was that?
It's basically a type of honey mustard, but I don't like honey mustard, which is why I was so like thrown for it, because like I was confused that I liked it, but
it had eggs.
It's delicious.
It had like I think milk. I can't remember. I think the bowl thing. I think we were making a joke about that because you know we were joking about bull sperm in it or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's what it tasted like. Not that I would know.
Yeah, that. I remember.
Okay.
Wait, why do you know what bull sperm tastes like?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't. Oh my gosh. All right. Ingredients. Those are the ones that stood up to me. Soybean oil, sugar. Well, no, sugar's normal. Corn syrup, vinegar. That's normal. Onion.
Corn syrup's also normal. Corn syrup's and ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like caramel. I don't like mustard. I don't like onion.
Okay, but I don't like caramel, mustard, or onion by themselves either.
Then there was fucking egg yolk. What the fuck is
I don't like egg yolk by itself either.
I like egg yolk, but what the fuck is it doing in a sauce?
Well,
and then lemon juice
concentrate. Egg yolk's in
concentrate.
buffalo sauce. Egg yolk is in most sauces, actually. It's in buffalo, too.
Contains eggs. Yeah, but this one was just particularly shit. It was...
It's probably from the heat, man. I'm telling you. I promise you this shit is fire.
Distilled vinegar.
Jelani, have you had good Chick-fil-A sauce? Like fresh Chick-fil-A sauce?
I've had it. You know, my sister actually we have it where we'd buy it in like a bottle actually.
The squirt bottles. Yeah. So you know that shit's fire.
I'm gonna be honest. It tastes good when you when you eat it with chicken nuggets.
I gotta find the footage because I was
exactly
like I thought that was the
bro. My man probably sent you some spoiled Chick-fil-A sauce. Like working at Chick-fil-A, I will tell you they do go bad fast if they're exposed to heat. So it's probably like they don't need to be refrigerated, but they need to be kept room temperature at least. And if it was out in some summer ass heat, getting shipped across the fucking world, yeah, I'm sure it went bad by the time it got to you, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the. We've received a mystery package. All right, where is it?
Oh, hold on. Tyler sent me more videos.
Jesus Christ, Jelani, you definitely needed a haircut at that time. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, this is for you, Loopy.
Also tell Loopy I love him.
I love you too, Alpha Tyler. Wait, hold up. Let me send
He's
you.
He's over 18 now, so that's okay.
Yeah,
Did you hear that second one?
It is okay. Hey, tell Alpha Tyler I love him too.
I literally
Yes.
just typed that out.
Oh shit. Yeah, he just typed that. Okay, all right, never mind. I just I just sent you that pointless ass video, bro. Nah, but let me find this. I was.
You know what? You might as well put it on pizza with the caviar. Huh?
Oh, I was pissed. I was actually pissed.
It is the problem. Chips, not fries, by the way. Fry. Tomato, I say tomato, you say tomato.
Excuse me. Holy, good gracious, the Holy Spirit speaking through me in foreign tongues.
Oh yeah, it tasted like baby wipes.
Oreos or Chick-fil-A sauce, bro. I'm fucking cat food and
Where is?
Wait, was this the same episode that you had the Bean Booze, or was that another episode?
No, I think I did that a week later.
Oh yeah.
well, that's why I don't
And I made like that joke about Liv though.
Okay, if Jelani's laughing heavily like that, then that means he something
Yeah.
happened.
earwax. That's fucking bro, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, that was when I was trying it with the Cheeto.
Soybean oil, sugar, barbecue sauce. Well, that's why I don't fucking like it. Barbecue sauce. Who fucking combines soybean, barbecue sauce, eggs, spices, caramel? I don't even like caramel. Mustard. I don't even like water.
What is it? It's got every condiment.
Egg yolk, lemon juice.
First of all,
I
can
was-
we pause for a second?
Hey,
I've always heard people, say caramel or caramel, but I've never heard somebody mix them and say caramel. What the fuck?
that was kind of the
Or caramel.
that was kind of the French accent that came out of me. I was legit pissed, but I say caramel now.
Okay, all right.
No.
Yeah,
Right, like,
caramel.
my man just said,
Caramel.
mix those two together.
But yeah, no, you can very much tell I was not approving of that. Now you can prove me wrong by, I guess, giving me an actual fresh piece of Chick-fil-A sauce, but I'll probably throw it at you for
I
thinking
got you, bro.
that's
Don't you
a good
worry.
idea.
No,
Yeah, we
no,
need
no,
to
no, no.
we need to revisit that. We need to revisit it.
Oh, man.
2023.
Do you like spicy chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, a spicy chicken sandwich with a dollop, just a dollop, about the size of a quarter or maybe a nickel, maybe a little smaller, of Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh, Loopy. Oh, let me tell you, brother. There's nothing like it. I'm telling you. Ooh, yep. We'll get you right. Don't worry.
Yeah, maybe nothing.
When you
like
coming
it.
to the States?
I don't know. That's the thing. I'm kind of relying on
That's
winning that open
an
verse.
unsatisfactory answer.
Look, I got many trips. So in February, March, and April. It's 2 trips scattered around. I mean, there's February 11th to February 25th, where I'm going to see my girl, and then March 25th to April 16th, I'm going to see my girl again. Show up to her birthday. That'd be dope as fuck. In May or something like that, I want to see if I can meet up with Cobra or one of my friends, up in Ireland, Scott. I want to meet one of the homies. That's definitely something I want to add to my memories. I don't know what I'm doing in summer, but I might have Livy, come to France. No clue. Or we might go on different trips with my mom and shit like that. I have no idea when I'm going to be going to the U.S. Absolutely no idea. And even then, I don't know which state I would be going to. I mean, it would probably be somewhere in the Northeast.
Okay. All right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But,
So what you're telling me is I need to either A, make you win my next open verse contest, B, sign a record deal and then just fly you out here anyway. Because I'll be rolling in the bankrolls. Or C, I'll just fucking come out to Paris and bring you a packet of fucking Chick-fil-A sauce.
Paris, that's a 6-hour train ride for me. I don't know if I want Chick-fil-A sauce.
Well, you better, because I don't give a fuck if it's 6 or 7 hours. If it's 8 hours, I would understand. That's a little too far. But 6 or 7, you're right in that. That's that perfect.
Bro,
get your ass over there.
Is it worth 6 or 7 hours of train for that abomination of a sauce?
100%. You can sleep on the train, bro.
I don't sleep. I'm crazy.
All right, well, record music. Bring a laptop with you. Bring your mic. If somebody comes and knocks on your cabin, give them a middle finger. Be like, fuck you. I don't sleep.
Wait. Do they have Chick-fil-A do they have Chick-fil-A where Liv's at? Because maybe you could try the Chick-fil-A sauce there.
Let's find out countries with Chick-fil-A. To the Google.
You want to know what's crazy? I did not know France actually had Five Guys.
Huh. Okay, so it is in the United States, Canada, South Africa, and the United Kingdom. That's it.
But I don't think we're like anywhere near like where Olivia lives. I don't think there's this. Let me see, Chick-fil-A.
Well,
your closest location would be in the UK, and that's pretty far.
Yeah, I know.
Well, try and see though, because I want if you're watching this, you got to go to Chick-fil-A with Loopie, and you got to try the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A's first UK location will close after pressure from LGBTQ rights group. That is not what I was looking for. Okay, they do not. Oh, Swansea, Massachusetts. All right. They clickbaited me with that one. All right, so Livy, welcome to the stream. We were talking about you, and we were also talking about that god awful Chick-fil-A sauce.
Don't listen to him. It's actually delicious.
She doesn't know, so she can't defend any of us.
Okay, well, currently there's a 2-against-1 room right now telling you that Chick-fil-A sauce is good. So, by majority rule, Chick-fil-A sauce is delicious.
My experience speaks quite loud.
Yeah, but my experience speaks louder.
I worked at Chick-fil-A. My experience speaks the loudest.
Okay.
I was down in that shit like it was water, damn near.
Yeah, I bet the other food in Chick-fil-A must taste good. I've seen the menu. It seems pretty fucking good. But that sauce,
bro.
That sauce. What's up, Livy?
Hey, y'all. Hold on. I'll turn on my camera now.
Livy.
So y'all were talking about me?
Yes.
Yeah, we were wondering if you had
Yeah. Do they have Chick-fil-A in Wales?
No, because they shut it down after LGBTQ rights.
You were just reading that.
I was just reading that. What the flip?
There was one in Cardiff, but it got replaced by a TGI Fridays because of homophobic claims that Chick-fil-A has made due to supporting anti-LGBTQ charities.
Oh yeah, because Chick-fil-A is religious. Like they close on Sunday.
Yeah, so the UK government saw that and just went, nah, we don't want anything to do with that. So we don't have Chick-fil-A. We have Taco Bell though, and it's pretty good. And we have Wendy's. I should take you to Wendy's. I'm pretty sure there's one in Cardiff.
Nice. I'm going to be trying Taco Bell, I think. I'm going to be going to Spain for the day, just like, how I did in that vlog. And I think we might be trying
When are you going? Next weekend or the weekend?
I think it's on the 4th. On a podcast day. Yeah. We'll see if I
on
get
the 4th I get my hair done.
But
get my hair done on the 4th. Ready for you to come over.
Yeah.
The next weekend.
If you go to Spain though, you have to get that Miles Morales plushie that
bro, you
had in
know
that
crazy?
He said earlier that he was gonna buy it.
No,
there was one in one of the shops over there. So basically, Nampson, if you're confused, Miles Morales, he says Miles Morales instead.
That's my little running gig. All right, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Bro, I
really?
love your setup. Holy shit, that's so impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. This is my setup.
Yeah. This is my setup.
Is
What up,
that
everybody? My
Loopy?
name is Loopie.
That is
Welcome
me.
to the
Oh
Loophole
my
Podcast.
god.
that is
Yeah.
me.
Loopy, how does it feel to be dating yourself? Oh, never mind.
Not anymore. That's a little bit egotistical.
Just like RuPaul said. Just like RuPaul said.
If you can't love yourself,
Hey,
I don't know
but,
how you're gonna love somebody else.
Yeah, my little running thing is like the only reason I kind of like Miles Morales a tiny little bit better than the original Spider-Man is because I have my little running gig with Miles Morales. Every time I see something related to Miles Morales, I go crazy. I go like, oh my god, Miles Morales, it's Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trust me, it's
I
so
started-
embarrassing in public.
I started a Let's Play series of Spider-Man Miles Morales finally, and I
I didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it.
Sorry, a let's play of what?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Sorry, a let's play of what?
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay, alright, I got you.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
But yeah, I went to a B&M today, and
Yikes.
I found this little plushie right here, and I was like, it's $15. I'm thinking to myself, like, should I buy this Miles Morales?
No, that $15 can be spent otherwise.
Miles Morales.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Welsh Miles Morales. There's tons of like shops like that I can take you to.
Yeah. Oh, did they got? Hey, because it was B&M, do you think they got Miles Morales in Wales? I'll probably not get judged over there.
Yeah, they do.
Let's
There's
fucking
tons.
go.
There's like a game with tons of plushies. You could get like a massive Mario shell. There's tons. Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be able to take that to the
You could
plane.
get a
Probably
pack.
not get
You could get like
judged.
a backpack of like Bowser's shell, so it looks like your Bowser.
Yeah, I would not be able to take that with me to the train or plane.
Yeah,
why
you
not?
would. If you put it in your suitcase.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna have space in my suitcase if I'm taking, all those clothes with me. I mean, it's
Vacuum seal.
It's a good
Man, she
idea.
got an answer for everything.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
That's
No, I don't.
That's why I love
She
her.
put
Oh,
you
yes, I
down
do.
like that.
That's why I
Yeah.
love her. I mean, we've been like, I don't know if you saw yesterday, like on the podcast, things
That's
got
fucking stupid.
hella rowdy. Like me and her, we were
That's
just
very
straight up,
stupid.
like we were hella like flaming each other. It was fucking funny.
His single eyebrow means he has a single brain cell, bro. What the fuck?
Okay, lazy
yeah.
town. Shush.
You be original. You've already said that.
Well, you said that like 5 times already today.
Well, at least I said single brain cell,
She has you there.
bro.
No, I got half.
When
I
people say-
got half a brain cell. Get it right.
Oh my god, you're a little
She
bit
was
slower
giving
than
you
what I
benefit
told
of
you.
the doubt.
Yeah, bro. Exactly.
Acting like you know me like that.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Shut up. I know you and your body more than anybody else.
Well,
Ooh.
that's it for me.
Okay, and you. I could say the same thing about you. I don't know what kind of flex that is.
AKA how fucking not muscled you are anymore. Jim.
Okay, I'm bulking.
Jim.
When I get
Is Nampson is he gonna come back?
Well, I mean, I don't even know anymore. I mean, you guys are just talking about bodies. I mean, we were talking about bodies the other day.
No, I'm talking about how fucking idiotic he is and how he didn't even think about vacuum pack sealed things. You should vacuum pack seal this roast. I'm sorry, I used all my good roast yesterday.
That was about as abysmal as Chick-fil-A sauce.
What is Chick-fil-A sauce? What is it made out of?
Soybean oil, barbecue sauce, mustard, lemon juice concentrate, eggs.
Ugh. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
But at least the
Barbecue
Chick-fil-A
sauce?
sauce got the lemons, though.
Yeah, at least the Chick-fil-A sauce, you got the lemons.
Yes.
Maybe that's why you didn't like it, because of the lemons.
No, it just the mixture of all of this was just absolutely terrible.
Nampson's just gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's about to drop kick his chair, I swear.
Yeah.
No.
He can hear us, though. He can
That's the
hear us,
thing.
though. He's got wireless
Yeah, he's got
headphones.
headphones
He's
on.
probably all the way back
Hey,
there, just like
Nampson.
petting
Nampson.
his amazing dogs and just being like, these motherfuckers.
He's got a dog. Or dogs. Two.
He's back.
How many dogs do you have?
Wicked piss.
Oh, okay.
2.
Oh. 2 dogs. I used to have one, but now I have 0.
Oh, yes. I used to have 2, now I have 0.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't think I've
Which one
seen
is that one?
I don't think I've seen this one before.
This is Lucy.
Lucy.
She's a pit bull husky lab mix.
Oh, she took a big yawn. Oh, she's a good girl. Oh, she's so cute. Does she have hetero? No, she doesn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
does.
does. Oh,
Mhm.
it's so cute.
Hell
This
yeah.
is her saying, "I want to go down."
She's a big dog.
Oh, you think this one's big? Jasper, come here, buddy.
Compared to me, yeah. Compared to me, that dog is big.
Yeah, you're about as tall as the dog.
Probably.
Yeah. Don't worry, though. It's okay being, Wait, what? How tall are you? How tall are you again?
5'6".
4'8".
Okay, look.
Jesus Christ!
I'm
Look,
not
I'm
4'8".
5'10".
I grew. I'm
I'm
4'11".
5.
He can't
Oh.
even fit in the frame. Oh my god. You look so tired trying to pick him up. Oh my god.
That's his workout for
How
the
old
day.
is? How old is the dog?
They're both 5.
I can tell you
Both
from
5.
I can tell you from New York. How old is the dog?
Yeah. How old is the dog?
Dog.
See, so that proves if anyone calls me British, hear that.
Yeah.
From a British person. That is a
Wait.
dog.
both 5 years old. That's crazy. Like I used to have a Pomeranian and a little Chihuahua, and they're both older. That's crazy.
They're so adorable.
This
I
dog's
used to-
paws are as big as my face.
Yeah, that's
I used to have a
Crazy.
border terrier. She was quite small and like brittle, but she was cool.
This
Yeah.
dog weighs over 100 pounds.
that is insane.
What?
Sure, ants.
No.
You don't want ants?
No.
I can insure them.
I don't want ants. I'm on a podcast.
The podcast.
What podcast? I don't think they know you well enough, Livy.
No, they don't know you well.
It's the Loophole Podcast, goddammit.
No, nobody knows me well enough.
Oh, do I know you well enough?
No. What's my favorite color?
Well, it changes all the time, but as far as I know, yellow,
No.
red,
No.
purple,
He just like jumped out of my
Took you 3
chair.
guesses.
Pink.
pink.
No, he got it right. He got it right. It was purple.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It changes all the time. She liked yellow when I met her, and then red, and then purple now.
What's my favorite thing in the whole entire world?
Not me.
Loopy.
You're not a thing, so you're a
Oh.
person.
Trick question.
Well, actually, by the definition of noun, he is a thing.
Okay, well then he's my favorite thing, but not also because I love something more than him. McDonald's burger.
Okay.
Which one?
Double bacon cheeseburger, obviously. I feel so American while I'm eating that. No offense to the Americans, but I also don't because it's like way smaller than y'all. Jelani just did the fucking rock. He just went.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I wish I could do on my other eyebrow though. You know, be so that it
No,
can
I
kind
can only do this.
Yeah, you ever just have that eyebrow like you be like, the fuck you talk about? And then the other one is
I
just
can't
like
do it.
the other one is just like
Yeah. 'Cause, you know, like I want to
I
be
can do
like,
this.
yeah.
No, no.
no, I just look retarded.
Fuck. No, this one's not working.
No,
Nope, doesn't want to work.
I have no idea what the hell you're trying to do.
Like, it's like fish hook. I don't know.
I think the most
I'm just
important,
tired, y'all.
I think the most important question is, Nampson, where'd you get that beanie from?
From Zoomies.
Zoomies.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, speaking of beanies, my my lovely NI beanie, I have lost it in Paris. So if anyone lives in Paris and finds an NI beanie, the logo, conveniently looks like this. Hit me up.
I bought you a
Yeah.
beanie as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. I have like 3 beanies now.
I have like 12.
I thought you didn't have a beanie.
I
That's
have-
why I bought you one.
Well, thanks for buying me the beanie. Honestly, I'm gonna rock that shit.
I'll take it. No, I'm just kidding. I won.
No, if
I
it's
bought it for you.
if it's a gift to me, I mean, is it
Taking
just
it back. No, I'm
is
just
it
kidding.
just plain black?
Plain black.
Hell yeah. I'll just
Why do you have a plain black like beanie already?
No, I just have a black beanie that just says New York on it, and since I'm not from New York, it would be kind of just stupid to.
Give it to Jelani.
Yeah, you could give it to me.
All right.
See, I have the answer to every single question you've ever wanted. Ask me a question.
What's
Oh.
the
What
answer
is-
to life, the
Did you think
universe,
this
and
would
everything?
happen?
42.
Fuck!
Trick question.
Okay. All right.
We
She
all
got
know
that
40.
right.
We all know 40.
What's 42 plus 42?
84.
Was 42 plus 69?
111.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You don't have the answers to everything.
Yeah.
Except for math questions.
Yeah, man.
That's how I am though. I can't really. I wouldn't know a lot of math questions though. You know,
I
my
haven't-
father's a
taking
math.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
taking a course that includes math, and I don't even know math.
Oh, it does include math?
It does. It includes algebra,
Oh,
binary composition, matrices.
I've not been in school
Yeah.
for pushing 2 years now.
Coding. Two's compliment.
Damn.
I have not been in school for pushing 9 years now.
How's the freedom?
Terrible.
Oh,
You ever,
I haven't been in
Yeah.
school since December.
you ever just want to be a
are
kid
you on
again?
break?
No, I left.
Oh,
Yeah,
good on you, Johnny. Good on you. I was thinking of leaving in September, like a month after, like I started college, but I just changed course.
see,
Yeah.
now
When
the
I
thing
when I
is,
mean college, I mean like 2 last years of high school.
Yeah,
I see.
no, don't. Honestly, like, don't take it from me because I'm an idiot, all right, and I make poor life decisions, but that are basically out of my control, anyways. But you need to finish high school at all costs. I mean, it is something at least, you know. You
Yeah,
get
I'm not
something.
gonna quit.
Yeah, because if you did quit high school, which is kind of like the position I'm in right now,
I mean, I could quit
like,
and I would still have
whenever,
qualifications, but I need this.
yeah, whenever you would want to, get back into it so that you actually do have something to fall back on, you're gonna be like way behind. You're gonna be like in your fucking 20s or some shit or whatever. I mean, I'm probably gonna be 20 when I finish high school. That's kind of the sad thing about it. And I was supposed to finish high school at 17 because I skipped a school year, and I was actually like doing well in school. I was always doing well in school, but shit fucking happened, man. But
Look, the best thing you can do is try and get a GED if they have in France. I don't know if it's a GED in no GEDs in France.
Well, there's like there's like in high school there's like a diploma for there's like literature diploma, which is all that philosophy bullshit. Then you got like different areas such as economics, science, or computing, or whatever, and that's known as technological like high school diploma. Then you got the general one, which is basically a little bit of everything. And then you got one that is professional. The professional one is basically like the GED. But with all of these areas in the high school, you have to pass a certain exam, which is the French exam, which is basically all that philosophy bullshit that basically makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But you are legally required to do that test, that exam, if you want to even have a shot at the actual real diploma. And it's bullshit, and it kills you mentally because it's just a big fucking obstacle that you have to go through. But for me, part of the reason why I had to pull out of that is because the teacher that was doing that subject just completely fucking killed me psychologically. I mean, like, I'm not joking when I say, like, my biggest high school bully was the staff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But see, look, thing is, and for me, I thought I was gonna be a super senior because during the COVID years of my high school, which like during the starting times, I thought I was going to fail 11th grade because I wasn't doing too good. I remember even before then with 10th grade when COVID first started happening, I basically just stopped doing my work because I wasn't too used to the online aspect of it. Okay. And I'd get phone calls and emails from the teachers. I think every teacher called my house, and I remember being so fucking drained during that point in time because my parents would yell at me. I was afraid of my parents during that time because I thought if I went downstairs, they would ask me, "Did you finish your homework? Did you do your work and everything?" I couldn't get a drink. I couldn't get something to eat. I'd be so afraid. I would just stay in my room and everything. And I remember being so scared. And even afterwards in 11th grade, it wasn't as extreme, but I was still getting a lot of emails and everything. I also remember, my I kind of forgot was actually, yeah. So during the 10th grade times as well, like I remember just, being in a point where I wasn't too sure what I was going to do. I thought I was going to fail. The thing was that kind of helped me was the fact is that they didn't fail anyone during that time. Is that because of the the unprecedented times, they decided to pass everyone. They decided to give the failing kids just 65s and up, which is a passing grade. And quite honestly, I'm glad that they did because I probably would have been even probably more than a super senior. I'd probably be like a super senior if I failed, and because it was so terrible. But at that time though, I had that was around the time that the show was originally starting, back in 2020 and everything. And see, the thing is like it took me a long time to really kind of understand. I always had so much regret and so much doubt in myself. I always had so much regret throughout that time, but over the years, I've had to, even though it's been 2 years, 3 years since then, I've had to learn that that was just the person I was back then. And I have to accept that that just was the situation that happened, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I shouldn't be looking back and, like, I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be, like, thinking over it. I shouldn't be dwelling on it because there's no point. Like, I'm not in school anymore. There's no need for me to dwell on it. I passed high school. I'm already done with that, so it's no point. It's just a lot of the issues I've had throughout, the years kind of stemmed from that point. Talking about like the relationship issues I had, talking about some of the issues I've had with the show and everything, kind of stemmed from that point. And I still feel some of the pain now. Some of the pain from 2020, 2021, 2022, I still kind of feel now. It's not as extreme, but it was so terrible. And I don't know. Some of it might take me a bit to recover from it because it's still kind of that way. I think the way that I may fully recover from it is if I just eventually move out, I believe. And, I'm not, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid. Yeah. But
I did school during COVID too. It was terrible.
Yeah, quite honestly, I remember the one thing that my parents would always tell me is that, and this was something I hated so much. They'd compare me to everyone else. They would always say, everyone else doing it. Everyone's going through it. Why can't you do it? And it put me down to a point where it's like, I think also in that time, and I'm going to be completely honest, there was many times where I was kind of thinking about suicide. I'm going to be honest. I was kind of contemplating suicide because I was like, I felt like I wasn't going to get out of my situation. I felt like this is how life is going to be. This is how things, and honestly, throughout like the years from 2020 to 2022, I've contemplated suicide a lot. I'm gonna be honest with that. I did. I wasn't in the best point mentally. I think 2022 was my worst because of how things were. Getting out of high school and not knowing where to go. Though, I mean, the best thing is I never had a way to doing it. So that's kind of the thing is because I didn't have any way of doing it. I'm still alive today, and quite honestly, life is much better than it was before. But the pain still kind of carries over from time to time. So when I think about stuff late at night, like how I did on Snapchat, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that byproduct, that kind of side effect in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope what I said made any sense.
No, it
It
totally
did.
does.
It made a lot of sense.
It hits home for me. I don't know where I was listening, but
Yeah.
man, like I said, at the beginning, like we can't just keep this stigma of like, not opening up about your feelings, right? And you also got to open up about your feelings to the right people and stay strong and elevate each other, and that's what this movement is all about. Me personally, I found a lot of ways to portray, everything I'm, pushing, like this behind me, like this eye right here. Like I made this not with the idea of like, oh, I'm going to make the next big clothing brand like Nike and like Adidas or whatever. And like, I just wanted something that, I could wear that could remind me like, yo, like I'm doing this shit, and this is what like it reminds me of like where I came from and the message I'm pushing. And I want that, when other people wear these clothes, that they feel that, same way too. It's a little bit complex with clothes, obviously, but it's always, something, to wear something that embodies your cause. Sorry. We've been going for 2 hours and 29 minutes. We don't usually go on this long. I got a lot of shit to do, so I think I might need to end the stream.
I gotta
prepare for JMS tonight.
Yeah.
JMS, I won't be able to join because I got college tomorrow. But I really hope when Loopie's here, I'll be able to join, and we'll both be able to be on the JMS show together as a couple.
We will both.
We
have
will
elements.
definitely.
That's what makes me.
Jelani.
When are the shows?
The show. So the schedule now is Tuesdays at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time, Fridays at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sundays at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time.
We'll be able to tune in.
Yeah,
We could tune in on the Tuesday, because then on the Wednesday I'm off, so we could stay up for as late as we want on that day.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
But even
We'll
then,
try.
like that would be like 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. That's way better than a 1 a.m., 2 o'clock, like how I do when I go on these shows.
Yeah, 12 to 1 ish over here, so it'd be way better.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna try and see if I can have like I could do an episode earlier or something like that, like probably around 6 or 5 o'clock. Probably,
because then it would be too early for me. I like the little late night jazz we have together, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but we're gonna be ending the Loophole Podcast right here. I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the Loophole Podcast, and I also want to give a big thank you to our special guest right here, Nampson. You have continued to show your freaking amazing display of just pure fucking bravery and skill and just fucking inspiration. And I don't do this just to fucking put you up to some kind of standard, all right? But I do this because I see a little bit of myself in what you do, you know what I mean? And that pushes me to push for greatness, and that pushes me to help other people in the same path and in the same adventure. So I definitely fuck with it. And that's why it's always exciting to work with you on literally anything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally down for anything. I don't have a specific style or anything. I'm just down to do whatever, man, because I love the idea of just helping other people, go for greatness and having, sources of inspiration, such as you, such as Jelani, such as, other people. With your project, I see what I saw myself, like I see in your project what I felt of myself back in 2020, you know what I mean? And it reminds me of like the time I had to convince myself to just bounce back from all of that. And I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
thank you so much for being on the podcast, speaking your mind about the phases, man. Because you're welcome. I wanted to make sure that other people knew about this, at least acknowledged that there is a project like this coming out, because it's not even out. I've only heard maybe a quarter of the whole project, right? I've seen the album cover, I've seen the track list, I'm already moved by the entire thing, you know what I mean? So just imagine what would happen when I see the whole thing.
I'm excited for you to see the whole thing. I think it's gonna come out exactly how I'm trying to get it across. I'm taking the time to make sure I can make it that way. I'm doing it all entirely myself, so I really do think it's gonna hit the way that it's supposed to, and I'm really happy you're excited for it.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're a part of the boys, man. So like, this is normal, man. Of me, this is just I provide support where it definitely is due, and I'm totally excited for the new project, because it is definitely going to shape up your discography in the way that you would want to. And like I said, we all need that. So respect. But I'm gonna end it by asking you once again, 2 years later, how would you rate your experience on the Loophole Podcast? How'd you feel?
I'm gonna have to give it a 420 out of 10. So I'd say that's a pretty good rating. I mean,
yeah. I didn't mean like ratings. I just meant like a testimonial or something.
Well, I mean, if that isn't a testimonial enough, because you know how much I value 420 in high regards. So, I mean, I always have a blast when I come and hang out with y'all. So, what else can I say other than it's a good spot to kind of like be yourself? You know, it's a good spot to let it all out.
Write that down. No,
Write that down. Clip that.
That's the thing. No, that's going on the website. I gotta update that shit. But yeah, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the Loophole Podcast. It has been your host Loopie, alongside me, your host Jelani Muna, my beautiful and amazing girlfriend Livy, and our special guest for today's episode, Nampson. Bless up and stay hype, everybody.
Reach the top.
Fuck anybody that you want to, I guess. I don't know.
If they're of age, stay in school, don't do drugs, eat your green leafy vegetables.
Be kind, in the words of E. Crystal. Fuck Lady